Why does one individual transform their life and achieve success, while another remains trapped and unhappy? Why does one choose personal growth and the other stays stagnant? It's not luck. It's about the lessons they embrace and apply. Some truths are simple yet incredibly powerful. They open your mind, shift your perspective, and motivate you to act. If you're ready for change, these lessons can help you begin today. I, Napoleon Hill, discovered that clarity doesn't come from waiting. It comes from taking action. You can't figure life out by standing still. You learn through movement, mistakes, adjustments, and persistence. The path only becomes clear once you begin walking it, not before. If you wait to feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. Start now. The momentum you build through action teaches you more than any plan ever could. One essential truth: your life changes the moment you accept full responsibility for it. The first step in changing your life is realizing that only you are accountable. Not your parents, not your job, not your past, not your teachers, nor the people around you, just you. This realization can be tough at first because it demands that you stop blaming others. It means that if your life isn't where you want it to be, the only person who can change it is you. Many people spend years hoping someone will rescue them. They wait for luck, a handout, or the perfect timing. But that moment never comes, because the truth is, no one is coming. No one else can live your life. No one else can build your future. It's your choices, your work, your actions that shape your journey. Owning your responsibility means honestly assessing your life. It means saying, this is what I've allowed. These are the choices I've made. And these are the outcomes I've created. It's not about guilt or self-punishment. It's about stepping into your power. Because once you take full responsibility, you gain full control. And when you're in control, everything can begin to change. This doesn't mean you can control everything that happens in life. Challenges, pain, and difficulties will always exist. But you can always control your response, your actions, your words, your thoughts, and your decisions. And that changes everything. Some wait for life to become easier before they take action. They wait until they feel ready, until the pain fades, or until they feel strong again. But waiting is often just another form of avoiding. There's no perfect time. There's only now. And today is always enough if you choose to take control. When you embrace responsibility, you stop making excuses. You stop saying, I can't because of them, or it's too late, or I'm not lucky. Instead, you start saying, I will find a way. You start focusing on solutions, not problems. You begin to trust yourself. That's where your real life begins, not the one shaped by other people's opinions or your past mistakes. Your life truly starts the moment you say, this is mine now. I will shape it. I will lead it. And you don't need anyone's permission to begin. Responsibility isn't a burden. It's a powerful gift. It's the key that unlocks your future. It leads to peace. Because when you stop blaming, you stop waiting. And when you stop waiting, you start building. That's how real change begins, not with someone else's help, but with your own strength. Your standards define your destiny. Your life doesn't rise to meet your dreams. It rises or falls to the level of your standards. That means what you accept, tolerate, and allow in your daily life becomes your ongoing experience. If you tolerate being late, you'll always feel rushed. If you accept unhealthy habits, you'll feel tired and weak. If you allow others to treat you with disrespect, you'll always feel diminished. Life gives you what you're willing to stand for, not what you wish for. Many people claim they want a better life. They say they desire success, peace, good health, or strong relationships. But their daily standards don't reflect those goals. They speak one thing, but live another. They desire order, but exist in chaos. They want progress, but don't demand effort from themselves. So nothing changes, no matter how much they hope or how often they vow to do better. Raising your standards isn't about being harsh with yourself. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering what you truly deserve and refusing to settle for anything less. It's about choosing to live with dignity and intention. It's about declaring that your time matters, your health matters, your dreams matter, and your future matters. When you raise your standards, your entire life must either rise to meet them or fall away. Some people won't understand. They may say you expect too much. They might feel uneasy when you expect more from yourself and from them. That's because most people live far below their potential for so long that mediocrity starts to feel normal. But mediocrity is not your home. You weren't made just to survive. You were made to grow, to lead, and to become your highest self. When your standards rise, your vision sharpens. You stop agreeing to things that pull you backward. You stop wasting time on people who don't value you or places that drain you. You start saying no, not out of anger, but out of respect for your time and energy. You start protecting what truly matters, and step by step, you move toward a better life. This shift isn't always easy. You'll have to release old habits. You may need to walk away from certain people or places, but that's the price of growth. You cannot rise while holding on to what weighs you down. You must be willing to trade short-term comfort for lasting peace. From the outside, it might not look like much at first, but inside, transformation is taking root. You're building a new life. You're sending a message to yourself and the world. I will no longer live beneath my purpose. That message becomes a seed which grows into strength, confidence, and real change. Your destiny isn't determined by chance. It's shaped by what you demand from yourself every day. Elevate your standards, and your life will rise to meet them. What you allow is what will continue. Choose carefully. Next, your habits define your identity. Who you become isn't based on what you hope for, or even what you know. It's shaped by what you do every single day. That means your habits, the small, repeated actions, often done without thinking, have more power over your future than any one-time event ever will. How you spend your morning, how you treat others, how you care for your body, how you manage time, and how you handle stress, all these become part of who you are. Many people believe that one big moment will change everything. They wait for the perfect time, the right opportunity, or the ideal motivation. But real transformation starts small, with repeated, simple steps. The truth is, your habits quietly build your life in the background, creating strength or weakness based on your daily decisions. If you oversleep and rush every day, that becomes your habit. If you speak harshly when stressed, that becomes your habit. If you waste time on things that don't serve you, that becomes your habit. And over time, those habits shape a life you may not want. You might not notice it immediately, but days turn to weeks, weeks to years, and then suddenly you wonder how you ended up here. The good news? Just like bad habits lead to frustration, positive ones build a meaningful life. Waking up with purpose, keeping your word, showing gratitude, caring for your health, being patient, staying focused. These are habits too. They won't change your life overnight, but they plant seeds. And with daily care, those seeds grow strong. Starting new habits is the hardest part. It feels awkward, uncomfortable, and slow. But that's natural. All lasting habits feel strange at first. Think back to when you learned to walk. You fell, stumbled, and got up again. That's how every good habit is formed, not through perfection, but through consistency. You don't need to change everything at once. Just begin with one small habit and stay committed until it becomes part of your identity. Eventually, that habit will shift how you think, feel, and act. And as your habits change, your life will change with them. Habits are like seeds. Plant carelessness, and you'll harvest regret. Plant discipline, and you'll harvest freedom. Every day, you're planting something. Ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to grow? You don't need to be the smartest or fastest, but if you build strong habits and live them out daily, you'll become powerful. Someone who keeps going, even when it's hard. Someone who grows stronger every single day. Your habits aren't just behaviors. They're your identity in motion. Choose wisely, and they'll carry you to the future you truly desire. Next section, surroundings and environment, coming up next if you want. It either lifts your vision or keeps you small. You might not notice it right away, but its impact grows over time. You may believe you can grow no matter where you are or who you're surrounded by. That sounds powerful, but it isn't always true. Even the strongest person can feel drained when surrounded by voices that doubt, complain, or live without direction. If everyone around you is negative, you'll start to feel weighed down. If those close to you constantly make excuses, you might begin to do the same. If the people near you give up easily, you could start wondering why you should keep going. This doesn't mean others are bad. Sometimes they simply don't want more from life, and that's their decision. But if you want to grow, you must protect your space. You need to be intentional about where you spend your time and with whom. If you want to become more focused, surround yourself with people who value time. If you want to become stronger, spend time with those who respect discipline. If you want to dream bigger, connect with people who think beyond limitations. Sometimes, changing your surroundings means leaving familiar places. It means stepping away from certain conversations or reducing time with people who don't support your growth. This isn't about being unkind. It's about being clear. You only get one life, and you must be cautious about what influences it. The energy around you is either feeding your future or fueling your fears. If you can't find strong people around you, then begin with stillness. Start by making your home a place of peace and intention. Choose silence over noise. Choose thoughts that lift you up, not tear you down. Even a small space when filled with purpose can become a place of power. Also, pay attention to the words you hear every day. Do they build your belief or weaken it? Do they remind you of your strength or focus only on problems? If your environment is full of complaints and fear, your mind will start to believe that nothing can change. But if your surroundings speak of effort, hope, and growth, your mind will begin to aim higher. The people closest to you don't need to be perfect, but they should reflect the person you want to become. They should help you stay focused when things get tough. They should believe in your path, even if they don't fully understand it. Your environment is like soil for your personal growth. Healthy soil grows strong roots. Poor soil weakens the seed. You are the seed, and where you're planted matters. Choose your surroundings with intention. Build a space that brings out your best, and then protect it. Because when your environment is strong, you become strong too. 5. Motivation fades, but discipline builds. Many people wait until they feel ready to begin. They wait to feel excited. They wait to feel inspired. They wait for that perfect moment when everything within them screams, now is the time. But that moment doesn't always come. And while they're waiting, time passes. Opportunities slip by. Days become months, and nothing changes. Here's the truth. You cannot rely on feelings to guide your future. Feelings aren't steady. They shift like the weather. One day you're energized. The next, you're drained and unsure. If you only take action when you feel good, your life will be full of starts and stops. You won't build anything lasting. You'll rely on your mood to make progress, and that's a weak foundation for anything meaningful. Discipline, on the other hand, doesn't wait for feelings. Discipline is quiet. It doesn't shout. It doesn't depend on bright moods or perfect conditions. It just does what must be done, whether it feels easy or not. Discipline shows up when it's hard. It keeps moving when the excitement fades. It acts even when doubt whispers. Some people see discipline as harsh. They believe it steals the joy from life. But discipline is not the enemy of freedom. It's the path to it. When you're disciplined, you aren't controlled by your emotions. You're not trapped by harmful habits. You don't keep quitting and starting again. Instead, you become stable, strong, and trustworthy. You begin to trust yourself. But discipline doesn't mean doing everything all at once. It begins with a single act. Waking up when you said you would. Finishing the work you promised. Saying no when you're tempted. Each small decision adds to your strength. And strength grows when you choose what's right over what's easy. There will be days when you don't feel like trying. Moments when giving up seems easier. That's normal. Everyone goes through it. But here's the difference. Those who transform their lives don't let those feelings stop them. They move forward anyway. And in doing so, they build something unshakable. Discipline gives you something motivation never can. Peace. Peace in knowing you showed up, no matter how you felt. Peace in knowing you're building your future one solid step at a time. Peace in knowing that even on the hardest days, you honored your commitment to yourself. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to chase motivation. Let motivation come when it will, but don't depend on it. Let discipline lead. Choose to be consistent, not emotional. Choose to take action, not wait. Because once discipline becomes who you are, you no longer need to feel inspired to move. You just move. And the results will become your inspiration. This is the path to real growth. It's not always exciting, but it is always worth it. Discipline never forgets. Discipline never fails. And with it, you'll build a life that lasts. 6. Small choices shape big futures. It's easy to believe that only big choices matter. Many think life changes during major moments, getting a new job, moving to a new place, making a big decision. But the truth is, most of your life is shaped by the small choices you make every single day, the quiet ones, the unseen ones. These are the decisions that shape your future. You don't become strong, wise, or kind all at once. You grow into those traits slowly by how you live each day. When you wake up early, you choose order over delay. When you eat healthy, you choose care over comfort. When you keep your promise, even when it's hard, you choose character over ease. These choices might feel small in the moment, but they're never small in the long run. Over time, they become habits, and habits shape everything. No one stumbles into a great life by accident. A strong life is built, step by step, decision by decision. It starts in the little moments, when you're exhausted but push forward, when you're tempted but stay focused, when you want to quit but hold on one more day. Every time you choose what's right, even when it's hard, you strengthen yourself, and that strength will carry you through bigger storms in the future. Some think they need to change everything at once, but that usually leads to burnout or failure. Instead, start with one thing. Make one better choice. Then do it again tomorrow. Then again the next day. Eventually, that small choice becomes a part of your life. It becomes part of you. When you see someone with a strong and steady life, it's easy to admire them. But what you're seeing is not the result of one great leap. It's the result of countless quiet choices. Choices made consistently, even when no one was watching. A strong life is never built in a rush. It's built in ordinary rooms, during ordinary days, through simple acts, choosing to read instead of wasting time, choosing to listen instead of argue, choosing to save money instead of spending it all. These actions might not seem powerful, but they build something inside you. They grow discipline, control, and purpose. No one becomes excellent by luck. You grow into it. You grow by doing the small things others overlook. You grow by taking care of today instead of endlessly waiting for tomorrow. Let me know when you're ready for the next part, or if you'd like this exported to a file. Here is the rewritten version of the paragraph, word by word, preserving every message while improving clarity and structure. Every time you make a wise choice, no matter how small, you are proving to yourself that you are becoming the person you were meant to be. Your future isn't far away. It's shaped by the very next decision you make. So let that next choice be wise. Let it be strong. Let it be one small step toward the life you truly want. Because one small step, repeated over time, changes everything. 7. Your words shape your life. What you say matters. The words you speak are not just sounds. They are signs of what you believe. They are seeds, and over time, they grow into something real. Some people speak as if their words hold no power. They say things without thinking. They joke about their own failures, their doubts, their pain. But those words don't disappear. They enter your mind. They shape how you see yourself. They shape what you expect from life. If you constantly say, "I can't," your mind stops looking for ways to move forward. If you keep saying, "Nothing ever works out for me," then even when something good happens, you won't trust it. If you say, "That's just how I am," you'll never grow past your old self. These words aren't just thoughts. They are chains. Chains that hold you back from becoming more. But you can choose different words. You can speak in a way that builds you. Instead of breaks you, you can say, "I'm learning," instead of "I'm failing." You can say, "This is hard, but I won't quit," instead of "This is too much." You can say, "I am growing," even when the growth feels slow. Your words are tools. Use them well, and they will shape a stronger future. This doesn't mean you must fake joy or hide your struggles. It means you must speak with care, speak with purpose, speak with belief. Even in your hardest moments, say, "I'm still standing." Even in your quiet days, say, "This is part of my journey." The way you talk becomes the way you think, and the way you think becomes the way you live. You are always listening to yourself. When you speak fear, you build fear. When you speak strength, you build strength. What you say in private matters just as much as what you say in public. The words you whisper when no one hears shape your future the most. Speak to yourself as if your life depends on it, because it does. And be careful with the words you speak about others too. If you always speak badly about people, your heart fills with bitterness. If you speak with kindness, you build peace in your own life. What leaves your mouth doesn't just affect others. It returns to shape your mind. This truth may seem simple, but it is powerful. The way to change your life often begins with changing your language. Not just what you say to others, but what you say to yourself. Start listening to your own words. Notice how they make you feel. Notice what they create. Then begin to speak differently. Speak as someone who is healing. Speak as someone who is building. Speak as someone walking towards something better. Words are not just for today. They build the path you walk tomorrow. Let your words rise with your vision. Let them match the future you are creating. Speak with purpose. Speak with care. Speak with strength. Because your words are not small. They are the beginning of everything. 8. You don't need to feel ready to begin. Many people wait for the right moment to start something new. They wait to feel ready, to feel confident, to feel strong. They say, "I'll begin when the fear is gone. I'll act when I feel sure." But that moment rarely comes. Most of the time, fear stays, doubt stays, uncertainty stays. And while waiting for the perfect moment, they do nothing. Days pass, then weeks, then years, and nothing changes. Here's the truth. You don't need to feel ready to begin. You only need to decide. Every great journey starts with one step. And most of the time, that first step feels strange. It feels uncomfortable, even scary. But the step must still be taken. If you wait for fear to disappear, you may never move. You must move forward even while feeling unsure. That is how courage is built. Courage does not mean you're never afraid. It means you move forward despite the fear. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You don't need to know every step ahead. You just need to trust that you will learn as you go. No one becomes skilled without trying. No one becomes wise without failing. No one becomes strong without first feeling weak. You may fall. You may make mistakes. You may feel lost. But every time you rise again, you grow. Every time you take a step in faith, your confidence grows stronger. Over time, the fear that once held you back begins to fade. Not because it disappears, but because it no longer rules you. People wait for fear to go away before they speak, build, create, or change. But fear is not something to erase. It's something to face. The only way to become ready is to begin. Action brings clarity. Waiting brings confusion. The longer you wait, the more you doubt. But when you act, you gain experience. You learn what works and what doesn't. You become wiser. Even if the path isn't smooth, don't wait to feel brave. Don't wait to feel prepared. Begin now. Just as you are. Bring your fear with you. Bring your doubts. Bring your questions. Let them walk beside you. But don't let them lead. Let your decision lead. Let your purpose lead. Let your desire to grow lead. Every strong person you admire once stood where you are, at the edge. Unsure if they were ready, they took the step anyway. And that step changed their life. Not because it was perfect, but because it was taken. You have the same power. You have the same chance. But you must stop waiting, and start walking. Your life will not wait for your fear to fade. Time moves forward, with or without you. Choose to move with it. Even a small beginning is better than a great plan that never starts. Begin now, not later. Not someday. Now you are ready. Not because you feel ready, but because you've chosen to become. That choice is where everything begins. Direction without clarity creates confusion. When people don't know where they're going, they drift. They go through life unfocused, distracted. They move, but not with purpose. They work hard, but can't see where their efforts are leading. Their days are filled with activity, but not with real progress. A clear life begins with clear goals. You must know what you want. You must know why you want it. You must know how to begin. You don't need every answer. You don't need to see the entire path, but you do need to see the next step. People with clear goals wake up with intention. They don't just respond to life, they shape it. They don't let time slip away, they use it. They build something real, one step at a time. Without clear goals, distractions win. Every task feels urgent. Every problem feels overwhelming. Every opinion feels important. You spend your energy reacting, not directing. But with clear goals, life becomes simpler. Decisions become easier. You know what to say yes to. You know what to say no to. You stop chasing everything because you're focused on something. Setting goals isn't about chasing fame or fortune. It's about living with intention. Choosing how to spend your time, your energy, your attention. Even the simplest goal can change your life. Maybe your goal is to grow in patience. Maybe it's to build strength, to save money, to break a bad habit, to learn something new. Whatever your goal is, write it down, say it out loud. Remind yourself every day that goal becomes your compass. Without goals, people feel lost, no matter how busy they are. They work all day but feel empty at night. They help others but forget their own future. They stay in the same place, year after year, wondering why life feels incomplete. It's not laziness, it's lack of direction. A boat without a sail drifts, no matter how strong the wind. A life without a goal wanders, no matter how good the heart. You were made for more than just survival. You were made to grow, to build, to lead, to rise. That begins with vision. Take time to think about what you truly want. Don't rush. Don't copy others. Listen to your own hopes. Think deeply about your own future. Then begin. Your first goal doesn't have to be big. It just needs to be clear. Every step toward that goal builds something inside you. It builds confidence. It builds strength. It builds peace. Over time, those steps shape a new life, one that reflects your values, not just your habits. That life won't come by accident. It's built, step by step, through clear goals and steady action. And it all begins with one question. What do I truly want? Answer it honestly. That answer is the first brick in the path toward the life you were meant to live.